It's kind of one of those that like, dude, you gotta be like in it to win it, dude. Like eye on the prize sort of shit. And like, yeah, if someone was like, I don't know if I could do that, I would be like, that's totally fair. Because
Brian,
it fucking sucked. It sucked getting there.
Yeah. I can't sit here and say I'm gonna watch a show when someone just said it sucked getting there. Like I can't do that.
It sucks to
no, dude. Like don't get me wrong. Like it's cool, but like there were certain times I was just like, I'm gonna skip this episode because this looks stupid, and then I would, and then like guess what? Nothing happened. I was just like, okay, cool. Like it was not important that I skipped that episode.
Jesus, dude.
Like yeah, early.
What is up, baby? It's Sunday night. You're here with the Average Boys podcast. It's your boys, Crispy, Brian D, and Triggs in the house. Boys, what is up? What is up? What is up? It's good to see you guys.
Yes,
Happy
sir.
Sundays, boys. Happy Average Boys Day. Happy Average Boys Day.
Yeah, right.
We should just make it a fucking
Average
holiday.
Boys Day, right?
Guys,
dude?
how's it going? How's it going?
It is average.
Well, I'll ask Triggs because we haven't seen Triggs in
Yeah,
a
he's the man in
fucking
the hour. You
minute,
gotta catch up with Tricks.
Triggs.
Oh,
Let us
yeah.
know. What is up, dude? It's been a while, man.
So, shit, dude, I can't even remember the last time I was on the show. It's been that long. During the time that I have been gone, I was actually working 2 jobs. So I was doing like 6 or 7 day weeks, and I was doing that for like a good minute. Good minute. Me and the lady, like we really needed to make sure that like all of our finances were in order. And just one job from my end like really wasn't cutting it, so I got a second one, and that totally made us okay. And right now I'm back down to 1 job. I left the second job that I ended up getting. I'm still over at the Still Tap, so you will always find me there. You know, Thursday through Saturday, 5 to midnight. But that's really kind of it, man. Just work. Nothing but. Everything always. Yeah, dude, like I can for sure say it, like I think it was even before my birthday the last time I was really on the show, and my beautiful wife got me a fucking sick ass Xbox mini fridge. This bitch is huge, dude. This bitch is massive. I'm fucking telling you, bro. Like it's big. Like this is pretty much all you would need if you're just like a single dude. I don't need to ever do anything ever again. If I fucking put a microwave on that, dude, I'm set. I'll never have to leave this room.
Fire on that bitch.
Dude, say less.
Say less, man. I can play some Dungeons and Dragons on this bitch. It's gonna be amazing,
Dude,
man.
Actually, it's funny you say that. My boss just retired from the army, and he got 3 3D printers, and he's actually building a bunch of shit for like a D&D campaign right now.
Damn. What is he like really into it or what?
Yeah, are you
No,
into it?
I've only played D&D like twice. I mean, it was fun, but like I've never played it since then. And I think I was like, I don't know, like 17, 18.
You would strike me more as a Warhammer kind of guy, personally.
I would love to play Warhammer, dude. Warhammer 40K looks sick as fuck.
Yo, are you guys excited for Space Marines 2 or what?
I've been seeing more and more, and you've been posting more and more about it too. You got a hard on for this game, don't you?
Well, I have part 1, and I've been a fan of part 1 for a long time, and the Space Hulks game, and I mean, you know, the lore is I'm a big lore guy. I'm a lore hoarder. Yeah, so it's one of those things like, you know, the Space Marine story is pretty badass. You know, I'm kind of waiting to see what they're gonna do with the captain after he came back from when he got put up with the chaos shit and stuff. Kind of seeing what's up. So I'm really excited to see where it's going to go from here.
Nice.
And then, of course, you know, there is the talks of, you know, the Warhammer series on Prime and the film and all that stuff with Henry Cavill, or if they are or they aren't. What's up, Biggie? Good to see you, my man, in the comment section. Always a pleasure, brother. We got Triggs in the show today, so if you guys haven't noticed, the man, the myth, the legend, he's here today. For once, he's here, so it's good. We're gonna be catching up.
Wait, hold on. I have a question.
Yeah, dude.
Kind of piggybacking off of the Warhammer. Have either one of you guys saw like the trailers for Mecha Break?
We've been playing it, man.
Oh, you've been playing it already?
Yeah. Playing it on PC. Make or Break. It's a badass mech game. It's pretty solid, man. It reminds me of the fucking Dragon Ball Z games you play. Like each mech is a set character. They have their own set powers. Like you kind of like very Siege like, where you get the opportunity to kind of pick your character as soon as you can when the roster pops up. Like there's not like you can't like double the characters. It's very much like set in stone. But yeah, man, it kind of plays like one of the Dragon Ball Z games. It's very dashing, moving around real quick, zip zap, and all that shit. Pretty dope. Yeah, that's what it kind of reminded me of when I was playing it. I was like that I thought you would like it because of the Dragon Ball Z video games that you've been playing and that you're kind of into and stuff like that. I kind of felt like it's like right down your alley.
I just saw the trailer for it, and I'm so pissed off I can't get it for my PS5 yet. It's
because the beta is about to finish for it. It's about to come to an end. But if you sign up, I think you could sign up for this beta testing that's going to be like in a couple months. So that's really, really dope. I've been playing Helldivers. They just released their first DLC, Operation Freedom or something like that. A lot of people are complaining. They're saying that, some of the stuff that I don't know if you guys have ever had the opportunity to play Helldivers yet as a gamer or whatnot, but it's a slobber knocker, bro. Like it's one of those things that you go in, you're 4 people or 3 people or whatnot, and it's you against the world. It almost feels like. So it's a really fun game. The problem is they keep on, how most like you guys used to play like what World at War? What is it? Not World at War. Call of Duty, right? Or what's the one that they used to play that everybody played? The one that's like fucking shit. Call of Duty 4, Call of Duty 5, the big battle royale one. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
There's always like someone
Warzone.
comes. Which one?
No, I'm pretty sure he's talking about Warzone, but
Warzone. There you go.
What about it?
Warzone will always come out and they'll be like, "Here's the meta," right? And then all of a sudden, everybody packs the meta on, and everybody's using it, and the company finds a way to kind of like, we need to balance this out or nerf it or do something. This company does that, but this game is very it's unbalanced when it comes to how many assets of creatures are out on the field and stuff. So everybody's just you end up just getting your ass kicked a lot. So it's very, very hard. It's been a very difficult DLC for people to like. There's a lot of scrutiny around it and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been an interesting ride, but I'm still having a good time with it. That's what I've been kind of jamming with is some what is it? See, I can't even think right now, dude. So yeah, Helldivers. Yeah, Helldivers. But yeah, Triggs, I wanted to catch up with you since you're here and since I haven't had you in a while, man. We had a pretty good show a couple of weeks ago talking about, of course, we had the Alkalite. I know you're a big fan of Star Wars like us. Did you get to catch it? And what was your opinion of the show?
Dude, you're going to freak. I haven't seen a single episode.
Oh man, lucky him.
I mean, yeah, lucky you.
Yeah, lucky you.
But I know exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Space Lesbos.
Wait.
Yeah.
Before we get into Space Lesbos, fuck that. I gotta ask Trix. Now it just popped in my head right now. I just finished playing Jedi Survivors.
Okay.
Bro, Trix, have you gotten a chance to play it yet? What are your thoughts?
No.
I know I'm late. I
need to.
I'm late as fuck. But please, why did you not tell me how awesome that fucking game is?
Bro, I apologize, but I told you that. Oh,
you did not.
You've already played the first one.
Yeah, I was.
But you've already played the first one.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Fallen Order, but there's something about me just buying a game when it comes out. I just don't do it. So I waited until recently while it was on sale, which I always do, and then I bought it. And I specifically stayed away from any spoilers. I don't know what happened in the game. I played the fucking game, bro. That game is fucking amazing, bro.
That's the first one, right? That's the first game with the Cal Kestis and stuff?
It's the second one. The second one that
Oh,
just
That's
came
the
out.
second one.
This
Oh,
is the second
shit.
one that just came out like last year or something like that. And that game is fucking
Yeah.
amazing. It's better than the first
Solid.
one.
It's solid.
Okay. Well, let me ask you
Oh,
then,
yeah.
Brian, because you have experience with the Alkalite show. Comparing the way the villain in Survivor bleeds the crystal compared to the Alkalite show, what did you think?
I mean, there's not much, about that in the second game, but the lore. I mean, listen, as far as from what I played from the first two games, who's ever making those games are getting the lore right. Like
Yeah.
they're on some shit over there, and they make a good game, and it stays in continuity with everything else. And bro, if I get one more goddamn Vader fucking scene, like I'm gonna lose my fucking, like, you actually have to fight
I'm gonna pass
fucking
out.
Vader. Like, how cool was that, bro? Like,
Yeah.
you don't see it coming, it just comes out of fucking nowhere. You're a character that you didn't know you were gonna have to be, and now all of a sudden you're fucking
You're
Darth
fighting the
Vader just
scariest dude
walks
in the
in,
universe.
just walks in the fucking archives, wanting to fade, bro.
100%. 100%.
Boy was
I got-
about to smoke, dude.
Yeah, and we almost beat his ass.
That's dope.
I love that game. But I'm getting a high like feedback right now. Is anybody else getting that?
Yeah, I'm hearing it.
Mm-mm.
No, Triggs, you're not? Uh-oh, might be Triggs.
Mm-mm.
Might be Triggs. Trigger, check your audio real quick.
1 second.
Here, let me do this real fast.
There we go.
There it is. Very nice. Whatever that was, you got it, Triggs.
It's back.
Yeah, it's on the head.
Oh, man. Very good. Okay, well, Triggs, I know, like I said, so you didn't get to see the Alkalite at all. You do understand the story. That's pretty good. Let's go on to another question then. What did you think
Yeah,
of...
no, I know shit. Yeah, no shit. I just like twittered like the Acolyte, and I got exactly what I needed out of it, and I was just like, all right, cool. Like there was nothing else past past everything that I saw, and just the abysmal shit that like I kept seeing about it.
Mhm. Triggs, I think your microphone is still kind of messing up. If you want to kind of like
but-
wiggle the head, like just kind of like twist it a little bit. There you go. So he twists hard.
Twist it back. No,
I
you
went
had
right
it
back
before.
to it, man.
No,
Yeah, you had it.
this is great content. Wait, you guys twist it back. Like, you had it perfect before. Now it's back. Yep.
I think it might be his hand.
That's it. Let it go. Don't touch it. You're good. We're good.
You're a G, dude. You're an electronic
We
G.
got there. We got him.
Okay, Triggs.
All right.
Another question. What about Deadpool 3, Deadpool and Wolverine?
Wait, did you see it, dude?
Dude, so I'm actually watching it right now. Like I dude, I'm telling you, bro, like I haven't done shit. I am so out of the loop with everything. It's ridiculous.
All right.
So
you didn't see it.
Like the only thing that I can I haven't seen all of it yet. The only thing that like for sure that I know, like I'm completely caught up on D23. So like I'm pretty set on that. As far as like the Acolyte is concerned, I have zero context to a lot of things that are happening. I thought the fight scenes were beautiful in the Acolyte. I thought they were very well executed. They looked very nice. They were like cinematically, like they gave the it was a good redeeming point outside of like Obi-Wan and fucking what was that goddamn the new trilogy, which were just god awful like swordplay. This one, like it I mean, even Ahsoka was still kind of like a little bit lackluster. And I mean, honestly, I think there's like at least cinematically, like the fight scenes were just fucking beautiful. That was the only redeeming quality that I had for like
they're pretty solid.
the
Action
Acolyte.
stuff.
Fair enough.
Well, dang, man, I feel bad. You haven't seen Deadpool, and we talked about it a million years. I was like, we talked about that shit for a million years. All three of us were excited. It was gonna save them.
I actually saw it again.
Dude,
yeah. It It was still good.
Dude, I'm no shit like watching it like right now. Like right before like you sent the link, I was like, all right, dude, like fucking watching it. Like I'm at
Very
it.
dope, very dope. As a matter of fact, you know what's even crazier than that? I had the opportunity of watching something that you guys probably would never watch in your whole entire life of existence. But I had the privilege of watching Borderlands.
Yeah.
I wanted to watch that movie. I'm actually gonna watch this after Deadpool.
Yeah, actually, so
I'm not paying for that.
no, I didn't pay for it either. I saw that shit pirata, dude. I saw that shit right off the fucking streaming.
Yeah,
line.
dude.
I didn't pay for that shit. There's no way. And you know what? Like I was
Fire stick, homie.
Yeah, Biggie in the comments, Rob was very, very adamant and early about like I'm gonna still go check it out and stuff. We talked about the early reviews and
I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't give
Yo,
a
what
fuck.
man.
Yo, what did Triggs? What did you say in the chat when he was like, "Yo, it was awful"? You said, "Yo, that's like the first time I ever heard that."
Dude, Rob is pretty
Dude, yeah,
awesome
because he
about
like
being
gasses
supportive.
every
Yeah.
he like gasses every movie. Like we could straight take the fattest shit all over every movie, and he's like, "Nah, dude, like it was all right."
It was some
It wasn't
straight in
that
the
bad.
chat like
It's not
"This is
that-
the best
and-
movie I ever saw
yeah.
in my life."
Rob is like the
Yeah,
coolest
dude, he's
dude.
like, dude, 10 out of 10 would recommend. And then
Would
this
recommend.
time he's like, fell asleep in the movie,
Yes, fell
and I was like, damn.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, damn.
I
That's
was in my
bad.
brain right before that shit started. I was like, man, fucking Rob fell asleep during this movie. I'm gonna get fucking turned up, dude. I'm gonna get so mad at this
All
shit.
right, so but while we're taking the shit on it, just explain to me why it was bad, right? I want to know from you why it's bad.
So it just feels like a lot of the scenes don't make sense together. Like it's kind of weird. It kind of feels like some of the scenes that are in the film felt like they had more to it.
Yeah.
But they're very chopped up. I did a really, really big comparison to like Spy Kids style filmmaking, where like it's just very random. You know, you could tell what's CG and what's
I
not.
can see that.
Yeah, it's very Spy Kids, but but it takes itself serious. That's the problem. Where Spy Kids, you know, they were having fun. Robert Rodriguez made it. It was supposed to be corny. This one is like, it wants to be Thor Ragnarok, but it's Spy Kids with the Thor Ragnarok budget. Mind you, this was $140 million movie, and it's only made $4 million, $120 million, and it's only made $4 million. The director, Eli Roth, as a matter of fact, Eli Roth, the Inglourious Bastards, Eli Roth, is the director of this film, and came out and was like, come on, guys, just give it a chance. Like, just give it a chance, please. But there's just something about it. I don't know if it was supposed to be that. Maybe it was supposed to be rated R. Like, there's a part of me that makes me feel like it was supposed to be a lot heavier.
So wait, it wasn't rated R?
No.
It wasn't. You made a Borderlands movie that wasn't a rated R movie.
You see what I'm talking about, right? That's weird, isn't it? Because
I didn't know that.
If you're a fan of the series, which I'm a huge fan of Borderlands 2 is my favorite.
Then what do you expect? What do you expect then?
Yeah, same.
I didn't know what I was expecting. I just knew from the trailers and everything that it just looked bad. Like it just did not look.
Listen, I have been so not interested in anything concerning this movie before any of this, and then even I know, like, if you're gonna make a movie from that kind of game, you can't. It's got to be rated R. Like, there's no two ways about that. It's PG-13. It's PG-13.
By chance, Brian, were you a fan of the Borderlands series, the game, or no?
No, I played it, but I just never got into it.
Well, Triggs, were you a
Borderlands? I love Borderlands.
I
love Borderlands.
And
I was 100% about it.
I want you to be honest about this. And Brian, I don't know which one you played, but if you played part 1, I want to ask you, did you think Kevin Hart was a good choice for Roland?
I don't think this casting was. I don't think anyone in here is casted well. If now that I know, but see, like, now it's all making sense. Like, there's a reason why you're gonna have Kevin Hart if it's a PG-13.
PG-13.
You know, you're gonna have Kate Blanchett in here if it's a PG-13 movie. Like that now it just makes a Jamie Lee Curtis. Like
Yep.
she might even be in a rated R movie, but like the other two, they're gonna be in a PG-13. So now it all makes
And
sense.
even the girl that plays Tiny Tina, that's the one that plays Ahsoka, the young Ahsoka in the series. When they do the flashback, that's the actress.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
young Ahsoka.
the all the cast is a like they're not terrible. I just think they were terrible choices.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them. What's up? What's up, David? Good to see you. Edward, good to see you.
Yeah,
And
like
Robert
like
says,
I
and you thought-
like I would have had Idris Elba like on.
Yes, like a stoic, like someone that's like a bigger.
Yeah,
like,
I would have had
athletic
it, like
build.
Idris Elba.
But
Like nothing against
but
Kevin Hart,
you
but
can-
you're just expecting that.
But see,
Yeah,
like that comes
not
down.
some.
That comes down to casting. Like if you pick someone like Idris Elba, he can play that character in a rated R or a PG-13.
Or
Like
a
he has that
PG-13.
appeal for both. So
Yeah.
that would make more sense. Kevin Hart, you're just gonna get a
Yeah.
straight family movie, dude. Like that's
Yeah.
that's it.
And that was, you know what? That's a good way to put it. It felt like a family movie that wanted to be more, but it just couldn't get it. And I understand what the type is, because Borderlands the game is very much like what you and I were talking about earlier, Brian. It's like a bullet train. It's like a Smoking Aces. It's kind of like that weird action mixed with the right amount of comedy. But this movie just did not nail it. Like did not nail that vibe of Borderlands at all. It felt like a kid's version of Mad Max. Like that's exactly what this movie felt like.
Yeah,
Like a
I'm
kid's
not-
version of Mad Max. It wasn't. If I didn't know it was Borderlands and they would have named it something else, like maybe it might have worked as like a Spy Kids movie. Like if it just wasn't associated with Borderlands.
All right, listen, I get all that, but now I have a question for both you gentlemen.
Get it?
And Tricks, again, it's so good that you're here, bro. I love when you're here. man.
Oh, dude, send
So-
it full send.
We all know that the Rotten Tomato score for Borderlands was just probably the worst I've ever
abysmal.
seen.
Horrible, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the worst I've ever
abysmal.
seen. But
Yeah.
without cheating, pop quiz, it has jumped up from that original 3% Rotten Tomato. It has jumped up. Can either one of you intelligent young men answer what percentage it's at now?
Can we do? Can we
I-
do?
off
hints?
the top of my
Whoever gets
head, no.
closest, whoever gets closest wins.
Can we do a
It
hint or no?
started at 3.
5%.
It started at 3
5
I
percent.
started at 3.
and it went up. I want to know
5%.
where it 5%. So it jumped from 3 to 5%. And Chris, what is your guess?
I'm gonna say like a 9. It's not gonna beat the Alkalite.
Fuck,
It's-
man.
The Alkalite's gonna have a better score,
You,
which is
you
crazy.
probably
but-
already fucking knew that because you saw that stupid ass fucking movie. You knew it was a 9%. It's at a 9% right now.
Oh, you see?
It's
No,
at-
it's because
it's at
watch.
9%.
It's a bad movie.
No, bro, it's
But
a
it's bad.
9% Rotten Tomato. That's worse than a bad movie, bro.
Yeah, it's not a good
That's
Borderlands.
like
movie, I tell you.
that's
You know
a
what it
shut your
reminds me
studio
of?
down movie.
That's
Bro,
like
it reminds
yeah,
me of the
like this
original
never
Super Mario
this never
movie.
should have came out like type of
Yeah.
and even
That's
audience,
the Batgirl. That's the Batgirl.
The
Like
Batgirl of
kinda
fucking video
should.
game movies, dude.
Batgirl was better than this. Fucking, it would have been better than this. Fucking, it's at an audience. Now, normally we always look at the critic score, the 9%, like, well, they suck anyway, right?
Yeah.
And what matters more to us is the audience score.
Audience.
The audience score is at a 50%, bro. No one likes
audience
this
is at
fucking
50?
movie, bro. Yeah, bro.
Holy shit! I mean, they're being really nice.
I mean, you're gonna get a lot. It's over 250 ratings for
Yeah.
that one, so it's like,
Okay.
but
Look,
50% is not good though. You
I'm-
have
I'm
a yo,
gonna-
you have a movie. You have a movie with Kate Blanchett, fucking Kevin Hart, fucking Jamie Lee Curtis, and the
Jack
you said the-
Black.
Jack Black. It's a
Hey, and
bro.
I didn't even understand why Craig was there.
Fam.
The fucking psycho, like he's not in the first game.
Oh yeah, Krieg or whatever. Or
He's
something
not.
like that.
He's part of
Yeah.
the second crew. It's part of the second crew, and the second crew's not even acknowledged, dude.
Well,
like-
shit, man. It looks like they probably needed him. That's what probably got him to fucking 50%, bro.
You know what? I would say that the Craig character is probably the closest to the video game. He's like the most closest to the video game. I wouldn't say he's gonna carry it. Even the Tiny Tina is super lackluster, dude.
Yo,
You know
what's funny?
what sucks? I'm gonna say this because it has to be said about this. All they needed to do was follow the Jinx format from Arcane, and they would have nailed an excellent Tiny Tina. They would have hit it right on the button, dude, if they would have just made her this way. But they didn't. They just made her a normal Gen Z annoying little kid. And it was not Tiny Tina. Like it was weird. It was very weird. I ended up spending a lot of the I guess where I had a good time watching it was I was looking for the Easter eggs from the game.
And what you find, man? What was it?
That I was really disappointed because the one that I was really, really looking for was Michael Marmoro, right? That was if you don't remember who Michael Marmoro is, he was a huge fan of Borderlands and ended up passing away of a terminal illness. And the Borderlands team ended up making him a legend by making him a character in the video game in part 2. Oh. You end up finding him in Mad Moxie's bar. You go up to him and he ends up giving you the strongest weapon to your character at that time. And I was kind of hoping that they would at least maybe put him in the background in Mad Moxie's bar, or in some way kind of like show us. Maybe you like run into him and he bumps into him and you end up hearing his voice and you're like, oh, that's Michael Marmoro, like how badass or whatever. But no, they didn't do that. They ended up putting fucking Bobby Lee in the movie, which is the shittiest fucking like cameo I've ever seen in my whole life.
You're not like, a big Bobby Lee fan, huh?
I don't really like Bobby Lee too much, but then they ended up just putting him in there as an annoying character. Like they purposely made him an annoying character. And I was like, you didn't even have to try, dude. You just tell him to act his way and he's going to fucking nail this part.
If you hate Bobby Lee, you can just say that. That's fine. No one's going to.
Yeah, I don't like Bobby Lee. Bobby Lee sucks.
There it is. Let's get the hate out, bro. If you're going to hate direct. Don't be subliminal about your hate.
Hate with authority.
Exactly. Listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just signed up for the AMC A-listers thing.
Oh,
I get 3 movies a week. I will not be spending one of those. I would rather just not watch a movie that week, and I will not spend one on that ticket. There's no fucking. I can watch it for free, and I'm not gonna do it. So.
And I still won't watch that fucking movie.
And I still won't watch it. The only other thing that I was highly disappointed with was with them not giving us at least something for a Handsome Jack.
Oh yeah, dude. I was just like, that was actually one thing I did want to know. Like, is there any mention or is there anything Handsome Jack related in that movie?
So they end up bringing this guy, Edgar Ramirez, right?
Okay.
He's a pretty solid actor. He's been in a bunch of stuff. Yeah. I'll put up a picture of him right now if you guys don't know who he is.
Huge action star.
Yeah. He's in the film. And he plays Atlas, which is the main villain, which is based on the Atlas Corporation and all this stuff. I 100% thought this was going to be
Handsome Jack.
Handsome Jack. He was he was Ares. Yeah, he was Ares in fucking
Wrath of the Gods. Some shit like that. Yeah. Wrath of the Titans.
Wrath of the Titans. Yeah, I was really expecting him to be like the Handsome Jack, or at least give us some type of reference. There is like something where he's wearing like a holographic mask on his face, which I thought that might have been like a small Easter egg. But yeah,
I literally hate everything I'm looking at right now with that.
Yeah, it was not good, dude. Not good. The only one that did well was this guy. He plays Marcus, the guy that sells you your guns.
Yeah.
The dude, he's the guy on the fucking vending machine. He's the only one that kind of like him and Craig were the only ones that kind of nailed their posts. Like this chick, I have no idea why the fuck they even wrote a character like this. And I'm going to spoil it for you because I know you guys aren't fucking clamoring at going to the theaters, right? The whole fucking show, this chick is chasing this chick, Kate Blanchett, right? And they're all going after Tiny Tina, who is apparently the daughter of Atlas. And they're telling Tiny Tina that she's like the key, like the siren or whatever, to unlock the vault or whatever. And it's not. It's Kate Blanchett. No, it's because they mixed the story of part 1 and 2. So remember the other siren chick, or remember the chick that was the Handsome Jack's daughter? You remember in the first story? So like that's all they did was they just put that to Tiny Tina.
Yeah, but there like that was also like a thing. There could ever only be like one siren at a time because like
But like
even then that was only ever really hinted at in 3. Like because in 3 that's when you find out like there can only ever be one siren at a time.
And you had the twins that time.
Yeah.
So like there was a lot of things that were not lore accurate, so it just breaks the whole fucking cycle of the story because then it's the director or whoever the writers are trying to make their own shit up and it just doesn't make sense with the rest of the characters. So
dude,
like
you know what's fucking stupid, bro, is the fact that like you could literally just be like, why didn't you just follow the same the same format as Fallout or The Last of Us? Granted, those are TV shows and like that's a different, it's a different medium.
Wait, but time out. I know one of those. Did you guys see the new trailer for Last of Us season 2?
No, I haven't. I didn't even know that was out yet. I didn't even know it was out yet.
About it. That's what I am. That's what I am. I'm about it.
Holy shit.
So
I'm about it.
It looks so good.
Well, wait, hold on. So this chick is the head enforcer for the Atlas guys' army. And the whole time she's chasing the unit, the team of the Borderlands characters. And at the end, they all meet up at the final destination of the vault. And they got them all cornered off. And Atlas just tells this chick, all right, we have what we need. Fucking kill them. And for some reason, this chick just stands in front of the squad. And she's like, I don't think you should. Like, she's been chasing the whole fucking movie, like to kill him. And she just jumps in front of him like a I'm gonna save him or do the right thing, and then she just gets fucking disintegrated. She just gets shot with a laser and just disintegrates. Like Chris, I'm not even
Chris
oversharing this.
Chris, that's you are. Nobody gives a shit. No one is going to watch this fucking movie, bro.
It's wild, dude. Gina Gershaw as Mad Moxie was cool. Gina Gershaw, she was the Nicolas Cage's wife in Face Off.
I heard that. Whatchamacallit?
What you hear, kid?
What'd you hear, man? What'd you hear, man?
Jessica Negri was in it.
Yeah. What is it?
That Jessica Negri was in it.
Where?
I heard that Jessica Negri was in it. She was one of Mad Moxie's apparently she's like one of Mad Moxie's
like bar attendants.
Audrey, listen, if you like it, I love it. I don't want no smoke. I'll watch it.
If someone likes it,
I'll watch the movie now.
I'm gonna watch it to spite y'all. I already saw it. Audrey, you can't spite me enough. This movie already spited me. I don't know. I guess if you like just turn it off, like if you just turn off your shit and just watch the visuals, I guess it's okay. Like you can get away with it. But as a coherent movie, it's just really not good.
Yeah, no shit. It got a 9% on Rotten Tomatoes, bro. Like I know that.
But 50% audience score.
That's horrible. You don't say that like it's a good thing.
But
that's horrible.
That is the opposite of the Alkalite. Remember, the Alkalite was high on the critics, low on the scoring for the audience.
Yeah, but
it's hard, man.
It's not hard. It's not hard. I got 2 eyes and 2 ears, bro. Like I know when something's bullshit, and I don't gotta watch.
You know what? This is a typical Kevin Hart movie. That's the easiest way for me to explain it.
So like
the Jumanji,
shit, right?
Yeah, it's very much like in that format. It's so weird of the choices of the actor. Jamie Lee Curtis and then the other girl, Kate Blanchett, like
and that's what I'm saying. Like this whole movie is flooded with goats, bro. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, but like what's crazy is like those people in the game are so much younger, and I don't know why they chose. I get the idea of the popularity of these actresses to be these characters because
everyone's old.
Yeah, they're really good at what they do.
I did hear that.
But they are not the right age range for these characters. Like there's the ending scene with Kate Blanchett where she's flying around and doing all the action shit. You're kind of like, oh fuck, she's gonna hurt herself. Oh fuck. Like my brain was oh fuck.
Let me ask you, is that something that you actually like that you actually acknowledge during the movie, or is it just something that you think about looking back at it? Like, oh well, they were all too fucking old. Like,
No. I acknowledge that shit like way
you
before
felt
the
that
movie
during
came
the
out.
movie,
Way before it came out. When I saw them choose,
but I mean, like while you were watching it, did their age take you out of the movie?
just Jamie Lee Curtis, just her character playing Tannis. Like Tannis is kind of like a very OCD-ish character in the show.
Okay.
Jamie Lee Curtis pulls that off very well because if you ever see her do the way she does her interviews, where she's very smart alecky, even when she does the interview where she wants to play the granny from One Piece and all that stuff, like that Jamie Lee Curtis is Tannis in this film. Like she's just like the smart aleck.
Well, honestly, I'd have to say she like for those who watch The Bear, she's like Donna, which is the like the main character's mom.
That's another
very
show.
smart ass.
Yeah, that's a good show.
Did you guys watch season 3?
I love The Bear.
No.
Wait, did you guys watch season 3?
Not yet.
All right, but no, I heard it sucked, dude. Like, what did you think? I heard it sucked. I haven't watched it yet. I heard it sucked, and that breaks my heart because I love that show.
No, dude. Honestly, it was like everyone
and
got
you and
their
I are in
scene.
the restauant industry, so we know what that's like. Like that's like our life and shit. Like that's crazy.
Yeah. So for season 3, didn't have as much bang as season 2 did, but there was a lot more character development. Like that was, but like episode 1, season 3 is literally all about Carmi. It's about his entire career. So you see him with, Chef Luca, and they're at Chef Terry's restaurant for the first time, and it was just a beautiful first episode because there's almost no dialogue in it. It's literally just like action shots of like him cutting or him like shucking oysters or learning how to do this or learning how to saucy, learning how to be a sous, and then finally like when he's like a CDC,
I just want to come back to this real quick.
Sorry.
I just want to acknowledge what Adrian put. No, that's fine. That's fine. The Bear's a great show. Adrian in the comment section, I think he kind of hits it right on the button, which is what I was talking about earlier too, where like it doesn't feel like Borderlands. And I think at the same time it's a hard thing to hit too.
Yeah, but honestly, bro, look at that cast. Like, is it a surprise? Like, I get what Adrian's saying, and I think I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Mm-hmm. But if you look at the cast, bro, like if you really think about it, and then again, for me, I don't know why, but I just found out in real time that it was a PG-13 movie, bro. Like, that's wild. Like, what is like now that I know what that is, that's gonna be hard for me to sit through, regardless whether I played the game or not. I think even as a normie, that's gonna be hard for you to sit through.
Do you feel like nowadays more movies should be rated R? Like a lot of the ones coming out of like the video game to film industries?
If they're all being put together by Ryan Reynolds, then yeah.
You're like, because he's gonna nail it. But like, do you feel like is that what it is? Like, do you ever feel that there should be a game that could work as PG-13? Or do they mostly all have to be rated R?
No, I'd have to say Assassin's Creed, which was still bad, but I mean that was a PG-13 movie, and it fits as a PG-13 movie.
Did it work for you?
Yeah, that's the question.
They got the vibe, they just didn't get the story right.
Okay, but the action and everything else, like, look, watch.
Dude, it looks cool.
Like, I came into Borderlands thinking it was going to be Borderlands, and that's what I was looking for. And to me, I just felt it. They got some of the costumes, and that's pretty much it. Like, there's not a lot anything else in there that's Borderlands or makes me feel that I'm in that universe. In Last of Us, I feel like I'm in the Last of Us universe. You know what I mean? In the Marvel movies, I feel like I'm in the Marvel universe. In DC, I feel like I'm in the DC universe. This one, I do not feel like this is the Borderlands universe. I see people in the costumes, and I feel like it's cosplayers, like just like in the desert. It's very much like Monster Hunter.
I think that's my whole point is when you look at that cast, nothing about that seems as though like it's gonna be good.
No. Yeah, and you got to
and it sounds like a money grab. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. And it's not even
that cast. I think that cast would have worked for a way different movie.
Exactly. It wasn't
I think that cast would have worked for a way different movie.
Jumanji Extreme.
Yeah, no, it would have been a perfect Jumanji. Yeah.
Jumanji. That's funny. Yeah, but guys, if you haven't seen Borderlands, don't. I wouldn't recommend it. Save your money, wait for it to go on stream. Which I'm probably gonna go to Amazon Prime, so you guys will probably get it for free anyways. So yeah, not recommended, man. Unless you're one of those people that just likes B movies and you know they're gonna suck and you go to watch it just to be corny and captivated just for the day. But I would just waste my money and go see Wolverine and Deadpool again, because that's a way better summer movie. But yeah, boys, onwards to the next part of the conversation. Let's go talking about big things that happened this past week. Probably one of the most exciting things that we saw that I didn't even know was coming. Actually, we just on the toes of San Diego Comic-Con, which Marvel went into Hall H and did its business as it always has, and it just made its return and did such a great job. But this past week, we got the introduction and the expo D23, and Disney and Marvel did not let anyone down. They brought the heat with some very interesting stuff. Brian and Triggs, did you get to see any of the things coming out of D23? And if so, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say D23 was like this year?
I'll go first. That was honestly one of the better performances that they put on.
Yep.
This happens every 2 years, and this was better than the last one for sure. I know a lot of people went away hating the last D23, but this one made up for it. I think Marvel showed up. I think all the studios showed up.
Yep.
For me, the Star Wars show looked really good. And basically everything coming from Marvel looked good, except Agatha. I think that's still out for me, but I'm gonna give it a shot. True that. Other than that, I mean, there were trailers that came out. And mind you, they just had San Diego Comic-Con, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's crazy,
They still had enough in the chamber to make D23.
Which, I mean, I wouldn't doubt that they would kind of show maybe like the same trailers they did at San Diego Comic-Con, but they're still going to hit the exact same fucking way.
Yeah, but you don't want to do that. You don't want to fucking recycle something. You're not going to get the same shock and awe. Plus, you have so much coming down the pike. Why not just let it out? Like, why not just give San Diego Comic-Con whatever they need? Give their little fix.
Get their rocks.
But then when D23 came out, bro, it was on a poppin'. Did you wait before Triggs goes? Do you want to run off what exactly? Because the people in the comments are talking about it. So what exactly was announced at D23?
D23 is usually a big expo explaining to the investors. It's like a big show off to the investors, so that way they know where their money's going to be going into all the projects that are coming up. So you had things like we said earlier, the Fantastic Four. Pixar was out there doing it. They put out the Toy Story 5 or 6. Yep. They did the Incredibles 2. Fucking A for the Incredibles 2. I'm super excited for the Incredibles. 3? Is it 3 already?
It's 3.
They had a part 2?
3. 3.
Oh fuck! Where did part 2 go? What was part 2 of the Incredibles?
Yep.
Who's the villain in part 2?
I actually saw 2 in the movie theaters with my daughter, so I know we're on 3.
It's a yeah, I saw 2 with Audrey.
Shit, I didn't even know there was a part 2. I just remember what is the bad guy syndrome?
It was like a big thing because it was like 10 years in between the first and second one or some shit like that. Yeah. So it was like a big thing.
Let me see.
Yeah, some shit like that.
Incredibles.
And now they're coming out with another one. But while you're looking that up,
you know what? Yes, I do remember.
We also did get our first look at Red Hulk. I don't know if you guys have been on X or whatever, but we did get our first look at
about it.
What do you guys
cool.
think about that first look?
Well, I'm excited. I'm excited for anything.
I was happy with it.
Yeah, I'm excited for anything Hulk also.
Yeah, dude, I was excited for it. I thought it looked good. I mean, honestly, dude, it was like the whole thing. Like for me, one of the biggest, like outside of Marvel, that did get announced and got like a little bit of footage was Tron. I'm a huge Tron fan.
Tron Ares,
And yeah, they finally did Tron Ares. So I was just like, fuck yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm about it, dude. I can't wait.
Yeah, getting a full on frontal expression from Harrison Ford's Red Hulk was a really, really cool thing to see. I mean, we got a pretty good
How did the CGI look for you, Chris?
I think it looks good. I think it looks pretty solid. I think they did really well, like the kind of like the way they did the Mark Ruffalo, right? You could tell that they put a lot of work into making sure that it looks very much like just a hulked out Harrison Ford. They didn't want it to look like just a generic, hulking character. They wanted it to have the same facial features, very much like Edward Norton's Hulk, right? Very big, very detail. Of course, like we see that very prominently for Mark Ruffalo's in the first Avengers movie. And then we saw that in the second Age of Ultron movie where they got a lot more close-ups in his face and stuff like that. So I think they're going to do a lot of care. It wasn't as uncanny as She-Hulk. If y'all remember, there were certain times where the She-Hulk character looked a little bit awkward, but I do think that they did a lot more care for this one. And I think Red Hulk is going to give us the Hulk we've always wanted. I think they're really, really going to push this one more because they don't have any kind of like blockades, any type of they're not constricted by contracts with Universal that what they can and can't do with this character. So I think we're going to get a Hulk that we've always wanted with this film.
Okay. I definitely agree. Going on down the line now, there is one big section of the D23 presentation. I think that was on Friday, that first night, was Daredevil Born Again. Before we get into that though, there were like two more in between that kind of like miss the radar that I think are kind of like wild cards.
Okay.
For me, it's going to be the Ironheart cast was presented.
Yeah.
And they're moving forward with that. Now, I kind of think that I'm kind of on the side that this show should have been canceled because that was one of those like phase 4, phase 5 things that were just thrown in just to be thrown in. But I'm a huge Ryan Coogler fan.
Yep.
Also, I'm a big Riri Williams fan as well. So if they're going to continue it, I really hope they do well. I'm going to be, backing this show. And then, also there was Agatha all along. But the thing for me that I kind of had a talking point was Daredevil Born Again. So the whole cast came out and I didn't know. I was late to the party. Triggs, let me ask you a question. Are you a fan of the Netflix Punisher series?
%100%.
Okay. All right. So you're 100% in the low voice.
Yeah, the low voice.
100%.
In the dark also.
So does this do anything for you knowing that John Bernthal is coming back as Punisher?
Well, everyone's coming back. Froggy, the girl.
Yeah, dude,
I'm talking about
this is a complete yeah. So yeah, this is a complete complete cast reprisal. So the fact that I'm getting the same energy that I was getting from Netflix in the Marvel TV show for me is fucking amazing because
then
those were I mean fantastic.
They were excellent. And come to find out, this is going to be a rated R show. They've never done this before. Disney Plus has never done this before. This is going to be a rated R TV show. So you're getting John Bernthal.
Well, it looked like it. It fucking looked like it.
So like,
I mean, like those leaks and shit. I mean, they looked brutal as fuck, dude.
It looks good. And I was speaking from like my own personal standpoint. Like, yeah, it's cool. We know we're getting Charlie Cox. We know we were getting Vincent D'Onofrio. We knew we were getting the other cast. I didn't know Punisher was coming back. That's news to me. Like, I'm still kind of freaking out about that. We're getting the Punisher in the MCU in a rated R fucking TV show. Like, what? Like
really
that's big for me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just geeking out a little bit too much, but that's John Bernthal coming back as Punisher in the show is gonna do it for me.
I mean, but did you really see it any other way?
So yeah,
I mean,
the whole John Bernthal thing was kind of like announced a while ago, but a lot of people were kind of like, is he though? Is he though? Because like it was kind of like a lot of hearsay. But for the most part, like people kind of had like the general idea, like it's John Bernthal's probably gonna come back. Like he's probably gonna come back, and you know. Yeah, but we've also said that about many Marvel properties, and guess what? They fuck us. So I could understand the reluctance with a lot of that. But yeah, when I finally got to see like bearded, Frank Castle again, I was like, yes, dude.
Fuck yeah. Yes. So does that do anything for you, knowing that it's going to be a rated R show? Does that move the ticker one way or the other for you? Because I think that
for me, it confirms a lot of things.
Watch. Yeah, this is gonna be a must watch for me at this point now.
Oh yeah, no, this is like I'm probably calling into work sort of shit.
That's a good way to put it.
What about you, Chris? Chris, what are your thoughts about the rating first? What about the ratings on the show and the fact that John Bernthal is confirmed, but now he's going to be awesome again in Daredevil?
I think it's a great and a perfect move for Marvel to go back to the Netflix series and just reprise it. I think it's a great opportunity for them to fix a lot of mistakes that maybe Netflix couldn't have done and then be able to do now by getting them to initiate them amongst other characters and cross them over into other series. Because this also gives us prominence to bring in Luke Cage, Jessica, the other chick, Jessica Drew Jones, or whatever her fucking name is. And of course the failed Iron Fist series with Danny Rand's character. This gives Marvel the opportunity.
I would love to see a Defenders again. Yeah, I would like to see a Defenders again.
I would like to see Iron Fist come out in Shang-Chi and him get taught by Shang-Chi how to fight. Like to clean up his shit.
Iron Fist was cool, but it dragged for me a little bit.
Yeah, I know. But Shang-Chi didn't. Shang-Chi was awesome. And Shang-Chi's character again is just a martial arts dude with the rings now, but like in the comic books, he teaches Spider-Man how to fight. He fights fucking Iron Fist like almost all the time and beats his ass. So like for Danny Rand's character, who was a complete shit show in the Defender series, for him to like need to go back and learn in that continent or whatever that the place where they're from, what is it called? Tulun or something like that, for him to have to go back and then that be the place where Shang-Chi was, where he fought the Dweller in the Dark, like, and then him have to learn with that family and him have to train with Shang-Chi to be a better fighter. I think that actor just needed to get in there more and learn how to do some stuff. Everybody else did very well around him. The girl that was with him, that was the White Tiger. And if I'm not mistaken, there's even like a White Tiger reference in the Daredevil show. Mm-hmm. There's like a mask or something like that has the white with the tiger fangs and stuff. So White Tiger looks like it's going to be a pretty important character in this series also. So like I like that Marvel
and Muse, right? And Muse as well.
Yeah, Muse also. Yeah, you're going to get a huge rogues gallery of Daredevil's villains. Like you're going to get a lot of intro into all the characters. They'll probably bring back the Bullseye guy.
No, he's in there. He's actually he's in the trailer.
You don't lose. Like Marvel cannot lose unless they drop the ball with the show. The only thing is it going to be like like an Echo series? Is it going to be like that, or is it going to be like back to the old roots of like the Netflix series? Are they bringing in
Echo fucking wishes, dude?
Team? Yeah,
Echo fucking wishes, dude.
If what they should bring someone from the Netflix series like on to be someone like the way they're doing Ryan Coogler in the Ironheart series, like to make sure they're doing it justice and doing it right.
I think that's wasted money. I think this cast can get it done. I don't think I need that.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure they're gonna like Charlie Cox is gonna be like, Feige, don't worry about it. We're on it.
You got it. Do you see that cast? You just had the cast up. Like, look at that cast, bro. They don't need much. They're not gonna need much. They're gonna need direction. And listen. I've watched Daredevil. I watched Punisher. Everyone involved in that picture is extremely they have a hold on their character. They know exactly who the fuck they are. They know exactly what the fuck they're gonna do. They just need some direction, bro. Like I'm not
Dude,
bringing in
honestly,
any extra people.
for me, I'm actually just like, and this is like a side note slash like still somewhat being on topic. I'm just glad that this really gives Deborah Ann Wool like a reason to keep going, because like she was ready to end her career when they canceled Daredevil.
Yeah.
Like she was just like, yeah, I'm done. Like this is like that role for her was like her end all be all, and the fact that like Disney's
She was
kind of
good.
giving her like another like little hoorah. I'm kind of like, fuck yeah, dude. I would love to see Rosario Dawson's character back, but like it's obviously not a must.
Necessity.
Midnight
Yeah,
Nurse.
yeah, like that would be great, but like I said, not a necessity.
She's probably
she's honest.
expensive.
Yeah, and right now she's in Ahsoka, and they're kind of
She's
like,
probably-
hey, well, you
she's
know what?
probably expensive, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say there was like a moment where she was just in everything, wasn't it?
Yeah, she's probably expensive now.
Yeah. But yeah, I think compared to everything that was talked about in D23, I think, in my opinion, the Daredevil series was probably the most important and off the chain news that was let go at D23, in my opinion. Really excited to see the series come out.
Okay, but what was the Star Wars show that
Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton Crew. So I'm gonna argue with you, because I know for a fact you thought Skeleton Crew was probably the best thing that came out of D23 that day.
Yes, I thought it was refreshing. It was very fucking refreshing.
Expound on that. I want to know exactly your thoughts, because I saw that you jumped on Facebook, and I mean, you don't really post a lot, so when you do, it means something.
Purpose.
So,
yeah, he does. He just shits on everything.
I do.
Yeah, he does.
do.
Oh yeah, but it's just a shit on something.
Yeah. It's easier that way.
You definitely made a shout out to that trailer. So tell me what your thoughts are about that trailer, sir.
So watching it, the trailer, I mean, of course, it's just a trailer. It's not even the full thing yet. But I think they nailed it. I think this is where Star Wars needs to be. This is it needs to be where the target audience is children. It's bringing back the old style of the adventure telling and the storytelling. There's so much jargon and things that were being put into the newer films and all this stuff that I think they were missing the mark. And I feel like the trailer nails it, direction wise, characters wise, environment wise, and music wise. It feels very Goonies like, very Steven Spielbergish.
E.T.
E.T. It looks fun. It looks fun. And it's refreshing, because the last couple of things that Star Wars has put out has not been fun. Has not been fun. It looks like just a different direction.
So the way that my brain works is for me anyway, this seems like a very strategic move.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not a secret Star Wars has its problems, right? So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna keep pumping out the same bullshit and nobody like it, or do you give them like a curveball or something like that? Like, this is a kid show. Like, how are you gonna hate on a kid show? This is kind of like hate proof.
It's kind of what? Hateful? Sure,
No,
I think your microphone's messing up here. That microphone, man.
There we go. We're good. No, what I was saying is it's kind of hate proof, right? So it's a kid show. It's got the Goonies thing, it's got the ET thing. Like, if you're gonna jump online and shit on this show, then you're really
well. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say it has anything to do about hate or anything like that. It's literally in the pudding, right? Star Wars has not been hitting it. Like, they have not been hitting it with the theme that they are going for when it comes to what they're making their films based on. Right now, based on the trailer, it looks like a fun kids film, like a really good, sophisticated, like Super 8.
And that's
like,
what I was saying. Like, on a bigger picture, that's what they're aiming for. They're aiming for you to just have that mentality going into it. we're not expecting anything. We're not looking forward to anything. We don't even care if this kind of builds on the lore.
I don't
Like,
even know what it's about.
Exactly. We don't even know what it's about. We just want some cool Star Wars storytelling, and that's it. So that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like hate proof, because that's all they've been getting. That's all they've been getting for the past God knows how long, right?
Yeah.
They need something where they can put something out, it can get a lot of eyes on it, and no one can really hate on it.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I said it's a strategic move. Triggs, I know you saw the trailer. Tell me what you think about Skeleton Crew, and are you anticipating this coming out?
No. I'm not really looking forward to this. This is gonna be one of those that I'm kind of just like, okay. Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna lie. Star Wars has really taken a lot of wind out of my sails as far as like
Where was
franchise
it?
is
Where
concerned.
was it? Where was it? Where you lost your win in your sales? Where was it? We're exactly pinpointed for me.
Space
You can just
Lesbos.
see- you
Space
just
Lesbos.
See all of
But
us
you
on a
didn't even
boat.
see it. You didn't even see the Space Lesbos though.
I didn't need to.
At least if you would have saw it, I'd have been like, all right, I can understand. I can
Space
dig it.
Lesbos.
But you didn't even see you didn't even see it.
Space wishes, sir. Space witches.
Yeah, well, I
Your
don't
space
need to see
witches.
dude. I don't need to see dudes kissing to know that I don't like
Fair
it.
enough. Fair enough. But because I'm kind of with you on that. But what I'm saying is there wasn't any kissing involved in this. It was just a listen. The last thing I'm going to do right now, and I've been drinking a little bit too much. I'm not going to sit here and defend fucking alkalite. Like I'm not doing that shit. Like I already went through that. But I think
will I catch the first episode of this? Yes.
Okay.
I will give it the one episode. Like if it can like entice me at least for the episode, then I'll keep going.
So
You know,
the trailer
and-
does the trailer entice you to watch this at all?
I'm gonna have to like really sit down with the trailer again.
Okay.
Because like I saw it and I was kind of like, all right, and then like I just like went about it because like, dude, at the same time, like I was like really, really just trying to like for me, my big thing, because you have to understand, no one thought this movie was gonna get made, myself included. So for me, one of the most important things that came out of D23 was Tron. Like that, like I know for like I in my heart of hearts knew that this movie was not going to get made. I hoped that I was wrong, and then when they were like, "Nope, we're doing it. Nope, we're doing it," and then like, and then they like, dude, they showed Jeff Bridges, like, the Ghost of the Grid, and I was just like, "Oh my god, dude, it's coming! Oh, it's fucking happening!" And yeah, dude, yes, it is live action.
Yeah.
All right, I kind of feel the same way about you. But I will say the trailer has warranted at least the first episode watch. 1,000%.
Almost.
Okay.
Yeah. Most
I
think-
will at the very least take your word for it, because like all three of us share a very, very similar palette when it comes to our entertainment.
Fair enough.
And so like if you're saying like, hey, like give it a chance, fuck it, dude, I'll let you put me on.
Yeah,
you
I mean,
guys-
listen, I'll give the first episode to watch. How about yourself, Chris?
well, I was gonna ask, are you guys? This is gonna be a film, right?
No, this is a show.
Or it's a series.
Yeah, TV show, right?
Yeah, this is a show. Yeah.
How many episodes are we thinking this is probably gonna go?
Probably
6.
not a lot.
Probably
Yeah,
like the
it's not a
8
lot.
or something like that.
Yeah, 6 to
Typically.
8.
Listen, the one thing Disney has done to me has made me numb to the whole thought of having
Episodes.
any type of series that can cook. So they're gonna rush a bunch of bullshit down your fucking throat, and hopefully they give us some cool Star Wars shit.
I know. I hear you guys when you guys are saying you're probably gonna end up giving it the first episode. I'm probably gonna go like 3 episodes deep.
Okay.
I
can see myself going that way, but
Yeah.
I'll say the first one.
Yeah, because I think we've all kind of come to terms and we know the template. Usually by the 3rd, 4th episode, they give us something really exciting. But again, if they give us something and it feels dragged or filled in, we know that the series is probably going to be lackluster at the end and they're not going to nail the landing. But I do want to give it its chances. I am really excited when big films like this give younglings an opportunity to come out and shine, a younger cast to come in and have fun. the Explorers, the Goonies, all that stuff back in the day. I'm really excited to see where they're going to go with this, and I really hope that it nails the landing on the first episode. If it intrigues me in the first episode and everything is charming, then I'll get stuck in it. I just need a proper story. I don't need these kids to go and fight Darth Vader, because we know how that goes. I just need them to go out and explore a part of the universe and just make it have fun. And that's what it looks like in the first episode. So really excited, guys. Really, really excited.
Yo, Darth Vader showing up in Jedi Survivor was so fucking awesome, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, man. I can't.
Dude, honestly, his video game. Yeah, his video game counterparts are always fucking hot. All of them are fucking good.
As a matter of fact, Triggs brought it up. Let's talk about that. Then we have, of course, Tron 3 Ares. Triggs, you want to give us the breakdown on what this story is going to be about?
Yeah, you guys.
Dude, honestly, man, it's still very ambiguous. From what I can gather, is that this is obviously going to be a sequel to the second movie. And at the very, very end of the second movie, essentially what happens is...
Were you a fan of Legacy?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought, visually, it was fucking spectacular.
Visually,
that's that's the perfect 4K movie.
Fair.
That is a 4K, when they announced 4K, they should have done it with fucking Tron Legacy. Yeah, it was just it was one of those things where it was kind of like, fuck, man, this is just beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Daft Punk was doing, the music for it. I mean, dude, you couldn't ask for anything better.
Triggs, let me ask you, were you a fan of the lore before Legacy?
I actually did watch the first movie. I knew, going into the second movie, what was happening, what was going on. I knew the some of the backstory to it. There is a lot more towards that, because there's video games, and then there's also comic books and stuff like that. And so
animated series.
If I remember, yeah. So it was pretty fucking solid, dude.
All right.
That microphone, man.
Dude, I'm telling you, dog.
I'm telling you, Triggs, that microphone don't like you, man.
Dude, nah, man, it's time to switch, bro, for real.
It's because it's excited you're here. That's what it is. So excited it
right?
Control itself.
But yeah, I watched the original. I watched the original Tron movie. I watched Legacy. I thought it was beautiful. I thought visually it was awesome. It's just not for me, which is cool. But
yeah, and it's not everyone's cup of tea.
I'll take your word for it. And listen, if you're excited for it, I'm excited for it. I hope this fucking nails everything that you wish that it fucking nails, bro.
Brian, this might end up being another Dune situation, huh?
It might. And you know what? I don't think from here on out, I think every time, Triggs, that you do show up and you're here with us, I owe you an apology. I think
for what?
I think it's been. Chris, tell me if I'm wrong. And Triggs, your mic still
doing it, man.
Your mic's still doing it. But while you're fixing that,
there you go.
I want to say, Chris, is it no? It's been about a year or so where I was just shitting.
Yeah, just hold on to it, Trig.
Right there. Oh,
he's just got to hold on to it, dude. I think he's just getting feedback because of electricity.
Yeah, hold it right there, whatever you're doing. But I'm gonna give you your flowers. Damn it! At least hold it for a while. I'm giving you your flowers, bro. So, Chris, it was a good year and a half. I want to say going on 2 years of me just shitting all over Dune. I would wake up fucking either Friday morning, Sunday mornings, whenever we decided to record, and I was just ready to shit on Dune, and then Dune 2 dropped, and honestly, that was last year, right? That was my favorite movie of last year, bro. That was my favorite movie of last year. Easily,
it was just so good.
It wasn't even close.
It was so good. It was so good.
So I know we're derailing. We're on Tron, but I don't think I actually asked you straight up. So, as someone that is so deep in the lore, I'm pretty sure we had this conversation, but like, are you looking forward to the next installation of this franchise? Like, are like, how did it stand up to your expectations?
Well, like I said, dude, it's really ambiguous, like as far as like storyline is concerned.
Yeah.
And so I'm really, really excited to see like what the direction that they're wanting to go into this with, because like, are they going to do another, like another like admin? Jeff Bridges is the ghost of the grid. How are they bringing Tron back? Just a bunch of shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. There's no sound right now coming from it.
Okay. I saw Brian typing and I was just like, oh shit.
No. I
still hear it, but whatever. We can just continue.
We're going through it. I don't hear it as much.
All right.
For me, it's one of those things with the Tron series. I think if they stay away from the real world situation, or if they make it better, like they go back to the idea of making it about like the corporation and how people are trying to get at it, that would make it more better in my opinion. I just don't like the way they handled it in the second movie, where the kids like parachuting and fucking dumping backpacks on shit and fucking leaving Cheez-Its and fucking computers to fuck up keyboards or whatever. Like,
Legacy.
I didn't really care for that too much. That cyber security terrorist shit, like, it was kind of boring. It made the real world seem like it was just stupid. And the moment that it went into the Tron world, the mainframe, or what do they call it, Triggs? The mainframe, right? Once they get into the mainframe or the grid, it changes almost to like a whole artistic movie. You know what I mean? Like if they were to do something where like when you're in the Matrix, you're in the Matrix. I guess like, I don't know how to explain that. Like everything kind of like it's slowed down. The color turns green. It's very muted. Like the way that the Matrix told you that you were inside the Matrix. Like there's something about it that I hope that Tron kind of adapts that kind of nature to it.
Triggs, are you a fan of the original Tron movie?
So I saw the first Tron movie, I think when I was like 18 or something like that.
Okay.
So like when I was like 18. Yeah. And so like when I finally got to take it in, obviously it looks fucking terrible, right?
Yeah, it's
like,
a hard sell.
Yeah. So like, yeah, but story-wise, I was just like, okay, this is cool. We have a guy who's like essentially getting robbed, like who's like kind of down on his luck because like he lost out on like billions of dollars, and well, like he's gonna find a way to get it back, right? Find a way to like clear his name, sort of thing. And then it just turns into like, no, we're gonna just put you into like a virtual world and we'll survive.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the original. And I've actually watched the movie twice. It's just not for me. So the whole lore isn't for me. But I do get it. 1000%.
Yeah, for what it's worth, like the original one, story wise, works a lot better than the graphics, right? Of course, like the Times film wasn't at a place where it can really do a lot, but I think it did enough to take us and put us into that like that fantasy world that it was trying to create. But that idea of making it where Tron or like the grid had like a very Roman-esque kind of vibe to it, where they were still like warriors, spears, and weapons, and everything was very gladiatorial. There's a part of it where it makes it feel very Ben-Hur, very Sparta, very gladiator, and it does that very well for the original film. In the second film, I think they kind of went for more of like the wow factor when it came to the way they did the film this time, and they concentrated more on the cyberpunk-esque vibe, I guess you could say. Like you could feel that in the second one more than the first one. But the third one, I mean, I'm excited to see where they're going to take it. I mean, it wasn't like it was done in bad nature. They didn't like flip the script in the second one to where it's like not at all consistent with the first. So it does kind of give it to where, I'm excited. I'm really excited. So
while we are coming off of sci-fi, also the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer came out.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you guys saw it. which
I
is
didn't get to.
Also did
fucking
see.
awesome to me. It looks fucking awesome.
Yeah,
to me as well.
that's the Star Wars property that I'm like woo about. You know, like I'm all about that one.
Yeah.
Yep, Mandalorian and Grogu is finally getting a big screen adaptation. Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are coming back to hit this one head start it. What do you guys feel? What do you guys think?
I think
Those
it's
two could
fucking
do no
awesome.
wrong.
I don't know, man. They did Ahsoka pretty bad, dude.
Yeah. Ahsoka. Listen, I don't know about Ahsoka. That one's still out on me.
It was
I
it
was
was
riding for it.
lackluster, but it wasn't bad.
I was riding for it. I was riding for it, but yeah. And then not only that, but ever since Dave Filoni got that gig, everything that's been falling out from Star Wars has just been lackluster. So I don't know. The jury's still out. But even bigger than that, listen, I saw the trailer. It looks fucking amazing. I'm on board. I don't care. I might talk shit, but Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, I'm along for the ride.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were able to put up a link, and that shit got instantly taken down when I got to it.
You know what
I didn't get a chance to watch it, man.
You know what I just noticed though? Everything announced when it comes to shows and movies from D23 is all recycled shit. Everything's recycled. There's not one new property that they're coming out. This is like and I hate to bring it up, but this is like a wrestling tactic. Like they're coming out with Andor season 2, the Mando and Grogu movie, the Skeleton Crew. I'm sorry, Skeleton Crew is a new property, but then after that you have Frozen 3, Zootopia 2, The Incredibles 3. Toy Story 5. All of this is just like there's an Inside Out spin-off movie, an Avatar film, Moana. Everything's recycled. Lilo's everything is just refurbished, and they're about to make right now, bro.
Yeah,
after the fucking that Ryan Reynolds fucking Deadpool Wolverine stunt they just pulled, bro. They're gonna be making a lot of fucking money the next 2 years, bro.
Oh yeah, man,
a lot. They're gonna be making a lot of money. So if you're holding,
are you guys getting the vibe that
Disney stock, bro? Like, good.
Are you guys getting the vibe that Disney's kind of like, hey, man, stop all the shit. We're going back to the old school ways of what we're doing. We're gonna make this shit work. Like, do you feel that right now?
Yeah,
in some aspects, yes.
Yeah,
I think in all aspects, dude. They're coming out with a Mufasa movie, like again, off of the Lion King. That's not, that's not new IP. That's the same shit. They're refurbishing a lot. Tron, that's refurbishing that as well. Like everything that they're coming out with is something that there's a lore, there's a following, there's money there that they can document, that they can track. Like that's pretty cool.
I think the only people that are going with new stuff is Star Wars with the Skeleton Crew and Marvel with Thunderbolts, Ironheart, and the Spider-Man. Well, not really Spider-Man, the animation that they're going to be doing. I think the Wakanda one that you talked about is probably something that's interesting that they're going to be following. And did I say Thunderbolts? I think I said Thunderbolts.
That has a following. Yeah, that has a following already built into it. So does Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts has a built-in fucking following. So this like I mean like a brand new fucking IP that they're coming out with that they're trying to sell to you to get a fan base. Everything you just named already has a fan base to it, no matter what.
Well, the Fantastic Four is going to be brand new,
but has a fan base to it.
I mean, that has a huge
like original IP where they took a creator, they took writers and created a new formula, a new story that has nothing connected to anything else. There's none of that here. Everything has some type of everything has something that's it's either a spin-off or it's connected to something else, like which I think is I just noticed that right now. There's nothing coming out.
Man. I mean, that's their format that they've always kind of done, no? Like when was the last thing that we got anything that was original from Star Wars from anything Disney was popping out? In and Out, but In and Out's like a movie 3.
Well, well, that still has Star Wars connected, I guess. I mean, but like that was still kind of like original IP. Like there was no that could have flopped, but it
but it stayed the time.
It was fucking awesome. So I don't know. I just thought that was interesting to me. Sorry.
Oh, that's really good, man. Yeah, actually talking about it, You know, you mentioned it earlier very quickly and stuff like that, but I wanted to kind of ask you guys on your opinion on it and what you guys think of it, and you think it's going to be good or bad. You talked about Ironheart, you know, and Ryan Coogler is going to be a producer and all this other stuff. Ironheart was brought
Yep.
in as a cameo supporting actor, the supporting character in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, right? That was the second film. That was the one where Shuri becomes the Black Panther. Very solid movie. I had a great time watching it. You know, very very touching when it needed to be. But like the overarching story, we got the introduction of Namor into the Marvel universe, which I shit on a lot, but ended up liking it. But Riri's character was in the film. I felt she was more of a support character. Really didn't get a lot going on except for a little bit of action here and there. But a lot has changed from her character from the comics to this, where instead of it being where it's a character that just happens to be highly intelligent in MIT, doing her own thing, and then ends up being found by Tony Stark, and then being kind of like a sponsored student, and then getting the AI in her costume from him when he passes away. We have now that Shuri finds him in fact of Namor telling him that they needed to find this person who is helping the CIA or the FBI to find vibranium in the sea, and Namor courses the Wakandans to find him. They end up finding her in MIT and all this stuff, and then becomes more of a Black Panther supporting character superhero connection rather than Tony Stark, right? Do you think that's going to change, and like the AI they're going to choose is the one they had in Wakanda Forever and not be Tony Stark's AI?
I don't know how
Yeah,
close
there's
I don't want to say well, really quick, Triggs. I don't know how close you want to get to Tony Stark if you're gonna have him as Doom in 2 years.
Yeah, you see what I'm talking about, right? That's kind of a little bit awkward. I mean, the character does have a lot of fan base, and a lot of people,
So they just don't do it.
her. Yeah, not
So they
for
just
her.
don't do it. Yeah, just don't do it. It's
But I
that
think they
simple.
found a pretty good loophole because they did introduce a new AI in the Wakanda Forever, which is the AI that Shuri develops, who is a character based out of a Wakandan actor. So like if they end up just using that format as her AI, it kind of defeats the Tony Stark narrative. But the reason why I'm saying this is
There
because
doesn't need to be a Tony Stark narrative. That's what I'm saying. If it
but
doesn't need to
that's
have
what
it.
made Riri Williams' character in the comic book an important character, because it was a format underneath Iron Man.
And she could be under Shuri. Just as smart, if not smarter, and it works. And there's already a relationship between the two.
Yeah.
You don't need to go down the Tony. You don't have to. If you do, then you're forcing it. But what I'm saying is you don't have to. She already has a
Associated
mentor.
with something, right?
Yeah, she's already associated with one of the smartest people on the fucking planet.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's true.
just have her under her ring. Just have her and that makes more sense. Just even for a cultural situation, that makes more sense for her to be under Shuri as opposed to Tony Stark.
As opposed to Tony Stark.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Good point. Triggs, what about your opinion on it?
I was never a huge Riri Williams fan. I've always been like, okay, you know, like when it came to Riri, mostly because like her rise to fame came after Civil War, or Civil War II, and
okay, true.
Regardless of like how I took that story, I kind of always felt that like Riri like was going to take his place, because like she like for a little while was actually being called Iron Man.
Yeah, she was actually, wasn't she like the face of the all new, all different?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep. I'll look it up just in case, but continue. Sorry about that.
And so like I said, that was just me, like, and it left a very sour taste in my mouth about it. And I mean, granted, like he ended up coming back, right? You know, like Tony Stark always does. But yeah, like the whole him being an AI and stuff like that, I knew that that's kind of where they were gonna go with it. And even then, he was kind of just like this is not obvious, like this isn't gonna like work. And it was, I don't know. I like I said, I was just not about her character. I thought like all of her stories were very lackluster, and she fell into like the Kamala Khan space. Sam
Yeah, I
Alexander,
can see that.
unfortunately, and I love Sam Alexander. So yeah, it just became like a whole like, dude, just leave her on the Young Avengers, Miles Morales, Sam Alexander, all of those kids and stuff like that, and fucking leave them be. Like you tried, it didn't work. They didn't like we didn't take to it, but like as like a team, like a little superhero team, fucking all for it. Fuck it.
So how do you feel about like her standalone film? Getting her own story, her fighting like the Cloak and all this other stuff.
I mean, it's gonna be one of those things where like I never gave her too much, so I'm not expecting much. Will I see this? Yes. Is it one of those that like, oh my god, I have to see it? No, not at all.
Okay, that makes sense.
But hey, dude, like, her second Iron Man costume or Ironheart costume was real clunky, compared to like this one. And like I'm hoping that I have a feeling this is gonna tie into Armor Wars somehow.
More than likely. Yeah, that's a good point.
There's there's literally zero like way that this can't be a an iron like an iron an Armor Wars like lead into sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, Adrian in the comment section says it feels like it's very forced, which again, in the comic books when she was introduced, that also is the same way that it was in the comic books. It felt very forced. It didn't have like an organic part in the Iron Man story. It was kind of just shoehorned that this character was just a random smart person that just built their own Iron Man outfit out of existing Iron Man parts and did it better and faster and stronger than Tony Stark did. And Tony Stark was like, whoa, cool. Let me give you a bunch of stuff that I own and let me give you an AI that I have. And that way you can do the exact same thing I do, which doesn't feel normal for a guy that is chauvinistic and very pompous about himself, just giving it away, right? Later on, we end up seeing that when you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, especially since like this is the kind of guy, or sorry, this is the same guy who like knows exactly what happens when his armor falls into the wrong hands. And he's very, very defensive about his armors. So yeah, it's one of those things where, like, I saw it more of like a, he's probably gonna be like, yeah, you're not doing that. We'll see.
What if we end up getting the Armor Wars story based on Riri Williams, her template of her Iron Man outfit getting out, and it being the Iron Wars? Or the Armor Wars based on her stuff, not Tony Stark.
Nah, I highly doubt that.
I mean, it doesn't seem too far fetched either.
Highly doubt.
Yeah, but that's not it. That's not as sexy, personally.
Yeah, but
that's not as sexy. That's not sexy.
Yeah, that's not as sexy. I'm sorry.
It's mostly it, and and honestly, it's gonna be one of those where like somebody found like all of his armor. Or fucking Pepper, like I don't know, left the door unlocked or something like that, and like some fucking Riri Williams ripoff is gonna be like, well, I got
and then right there,
now,
right there, you can just focus. You can focus on the story at that point. You don't have to focus. Like if you want the connection, like some of the biggest problems is that there's been no connection between shows and the MCU. You can just get that out the way right then and there. All right, so we have a connection with Tony Stark. All right, boom. Now at that point, you could tell whatever story you want. It already has the connection to the MCU.
Yeah, but Brian, I feel like the way that you put it earlier, it makes a lot of sense. Like the Shuri approach, I feel is a better storytelling for this character than the original idea of Tony Stark. Because earlier, Adrian put it in the comments where he put that this character feels very forced. And during the comic books, when she was introduced, it was very forced. It was very, very forced. So like, I don't know, man. I did enjoy her in the Black Panther film. I thought she did pretty well. I
Same.
thought the actress was very funny. She was charming. She had her moments where it was kind of dumb, but it wasn't bad dumb. It was funny dumb. And yeah, I felt that but there's a big question. Do you feel like the way that they portrayed her character was a movie or a series character?
Well, she didn't have that big of a part. I mean, she had a good part.
Yeah.
But I think it was deserving of a spin-off. I think it that would make sense.
Like
I don't think
or series.
no, I think a series. I think a series is good,
Okay.
which is what it is, right? It's a series, it's not a movie, it's a series, right?
Yeah.
All right, so that makes sense. If you want to have a spin-off about that one character that seemed pretty cool in that one movie, that's worth the spin-off. I've seen spin-offs for worse than that. So
Yeah, true that. And by chance, boys, this goes out to you guys. Even in the comment section, where do you see her in the overarching story for Secret Wars?
I see her being
Background.
I see her being in background, but along with the brains. I think the brains are gonna have their own kind of like story arc when it comes to this, because it's gonna take brains to beat whatever is waiting for them, no matter which way they want to go with Secret Wars. It's a bunch of mind fucking that goes on during Secret Wars.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like you're gonna need this, and the smartest people are involved. Reed Richards, Doctor Doom, Tony, like there's the smartest of the minds of the universe are involved in that storyline. So she's pretty fucking smart. So I can see her again being taken under the wing of Shuri and being on like the side of the Wakandans.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Do you feel what are you guys excited for when it comes to Secret Wars? Like,
what they do with the Molecule Man.
The Molecule Man.
I think for me that is going to be the most interesting part in how they do this, because if they go that Kang route, which the more that I think about it, I hate more. I really think it's not gonna work.
True that. As a matter of fact, mentioning the Molecule Man, we'll bring this up as the last part of our conversation because we don't really have anything much left after that. The Molecule Man is a very important character when it comes to Secret Wars, but that is the necessity of bringing in the first family of Marvel. And we got it in a really, really great trailer that was released on the internet, which if you haven't seen it, man, you are missing out. But we got a sneak peek for the Fantastic Four. And being that we're talking about, Molecule Man, Secret Wars, this all correlates in some way. Now that we've had the opportunity, and we were just talking about this because I was being petty and bitchy about DC not bringing us anything, but Marvel came through and they're not even done filming the Fantastic Four, and they brought in a whole bunch of amazing stuff for it. We got an actual trailer with an actual visual of a sneak peek of Galactus in some way. Guys, how do you feel about the trailer that was released?
I liked it, but before we get into that, can I ask you guys a question?
Yes.
Like, were you actually reading Secret Wars in real time, or did you read it like later on down the line?
I was reading it in real time.
Yes.
In real time.
Yeah, I was reading it in real time.
You as well, Chris.
Yeah, me. Yeah.
How did it feel when you got to the part where Reed Richards and Dr. Doom were like in the room with Molecule Man and just talking mad shit to each other? Like, how'd you guys feel?
Dude,
reading that in real time, bro?
I was just as excited to see Thanos tell Thing that he got fucked over, and he just like leaves the wall, and he's just like this giant fucking creature just walking through the whole battle world. There's so many just badass moments in
But Triggs, am I wrong about that? Like, that happened in the story, right? Like, was that cool for you guys, or was that not? Because like I
honestly thought Owen Reese was going to kind of instigate, like, because he did in a sense. He was kind of just like, like it was more of just like all right, Victor, I gave you everything. Are you done? Like, you're good, we're happy now, or is there more? And he was kind of just like, eh. And then Reed's like, I could have done better.
Reed's bitch ass. Yeah, Reed's bitch ass.
Yeah, I could have done better. And then then boom. Yeah, and then boom, like the whole fight happens, right? And he's like, oh really? And he's like, yeah. He's like, cool. Boop. Now you have him too. Do better. And see what happens. And then they fucking go at it, right? And then like the fight ends, and then like finally Victor's just like, God damn it, dude. Yes, you could have done better. I know you could have.
Well,
and he's like, say it, bitch. Say it, bitch. I know you're going to.
The moment Reed walks in that room.
Chris, before you answer, I just want to say that is a moment that you guys possess and have that I wish I had that in real time, like when it was in real time. Because
it was dope,
looking back, that shit seems so fucking dope. Go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
So there, to me, there's a lot of moments in Secret Wars that do that. That's T'Challa with the fucking glove. That's Doctor Doom ripping Thanos' fucking spine out of his body, dude. Like there's a Franklin Richards sitting on Galactus's hand. Galactus being
do
just.
Do you guys
on
think that's
fire.
gonna happen in either one of these movies? Do you
they
think,
have to, but
Doom,
well, you know what? Dude, with the Russo
Doom
brothers,
ripping the spine out of Thanos, like you think that's gonna happen?
100%. And the reason why I called this a long fucking time ago, and I have it even pulled up right now, is because at D23 that was seen.
Only because he's added to the new ride. That's the reason.
No,
why.
He's been on the ride.
He's been on the ride, so that's the reason why.
I keep telling people the reason why he's on the ride and he looks like that is because he's gonna be the King Thanos in Secret Wars. He's gonna be that Thanos, and he was promoted a long time ago when they showed all the characters in the Marvel universe together, which was, let me see if I can find it real quick.
That would be dope. I think if they showed in any iteration, whether in any form, Doctor Doom ripping out
oh man,
King Thanos.
That picture 100% sold it for me that he was going to be in Secret Wars. That picture. That was shown years ago.
Yeah, but that makes him look like the big bad. He's not though.
No, but that's of course everybody knows that. They couldn't show Doctor Doom in this because they were going to go with Kang's story. So like
I heard yesterday that there's a theory that they're going to have this Thanos, who is like the right hand to Doom and already believes that
like
Doom
his
is
general,
God.
right?
Yeah, like that's his general, and that's who he gets to go do his bidding for him.
I kind of doubt that because this is the Thanos in the end. Like this is the one that's conquered everything.
Yeah, but he's acknowledging, and from what I heard, like he's acknowledging Doom as like God Doom.
No,
like
I doubt it, dude. I doubt it.
You don't think we're getting God Doom?
Fuck no, I 100% think we're getting God Doom.
So then what are you talking about? We're definitely getting God Doom.
But I'm gonna guarantee you they're gonna give us the Thanos that's like, you're not a fucking god.
Well,
you're not a god. There's a speech that Thanos gives him in Secret Wars that he's like, what makes you think you're a god? He's like, I'm a god. Just give up your power, dude. You don't even know what you're doing. It's a whole ass speech. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
I have it right here.
And the way Thanos looks is so fucking, oh man, dude. And he just rips his spine out and he's like, next, get out of here, bro. And that's the crazy thing is that is the Thanos that was shot out of the Lady Death thing in the 616. He's not the 616 one. He's the Ultimates one. And when he gets killed, he gets thrown into like this void, like of non-existence that just is in the outside, and he just doesn't die because again, Lady Death doesn't give a shit about him. Like Lady Death hates his fucking guts, so he cannot die. So he's just like floats where Galactus is later on. It's wild in the sense of what this Thanos does. I can see that this is a Thanos that's going to come back in the later Marvel movies. But like, there's so many points, and I know what you were saying earlier where you were like, that moment. So Reed ends up walking into the room, and Doctor Doom was like, "Bro, you couldn't just let me have it, right? You couldn't just leave me the fuck alone with this
Motherfucker.
one thing, right?" And Reed's like,
Motherfucker.
"You took my fucking kids and wife, dude. Like, what a dick move." And he's like, "They don't need you, bro. You fail all the time. You always fail." That's when Reed's like, "You fail. Look at this fucking monstrosity.
Mess.
Look at all the
It's
mess that's
fucking
outside."
messy.
And he's like, and then he says something in the factor of like, "You always think you can do better than me. You always act like you're superior than me," and all this stuff. And Owen Reese is like, "So what do you think?" or whatever, right? He kind of intervenes, and then he says something where like, he asks Reed, "Do you think you could do better?" And Reed says, "Yes, I can." And then he goes, "All right, cool. Well, you guys got your original powers. Doom isn't God no more, and you can stretch." Fucking bang, bro. And they just start fucking each other up. And in the middle of that fight, Doctor Doom admits.
So it's that I actually just reread it.
Yeah.
I actually kind of just like reread it, and and so it kind of plays out like that, and it's a little bit more like they get into that room and they see him, and and Owen's like, "Oh,
It's mad awkward, bro.
oh, this is new."
It's mad awkward, bro.
Yeah, because all the
you guys go ahead and do it. Yeah, he was like, "So you guys go handle this." And then during the fight, he's just like, he's basically telling him like, "Yeah, bro, like you always think like you always have this fucking air of superiority, right?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "You really think you could have done better?" And he was like, "Yes, I do actually, and you and I both know it." And so he was like, "Don't you, Victor? You know I'm right." And so Victor finally says,
basically, and so submission, bro.
Yeah, and he basically says, "Yes, I know you could have done better." And Owen's like, "All right, well, since we're both in agreement."
Boom, resets everything.
And
Dr. Doom fucking
everything.
wakes up. He's back in his throne room. His face is fixed, and he's like, "Motherfucker, dude. Even made me beautiful, dude. Even made me beautiful." Yeah, I mean, fucking, and I told you guys, there's no way.
And dude, I mean, it was just a perfect ending.
They cannot do without fucking Doom nor the Fantastic Four.
All right, so my question to you is: do you think they can do it without any type of iteration of the Molecule Man?
They're gonna have the Molecule Man. I guarantee it.
Do you think there's a world where they make this movie where there is no Molecule Man?
Not at all.
And go like a totally different.
I just it doesn't make sense. You need a reality.
Would that be a make or break for you? Would that be a make or break for you? 100%. If there's no Molecule Man in either one of these movies, you're gonna be totally against it. Basically.
Yeah, because I think they're just gonna add some kind of like cheap knockoff version of it, and it's not gonna work. Like you need it, and I don't. They can't do it as Kang the Beyonder. They can't do it as that. They need. It's not gonna be Victor Timely or some weird ass fucking crazy variant of Kang that just now has reality warping powers and is like a little crazy or whatever. Like you need the Molecule Man. And I think the perfect choice was that random visit to Marvel that John Malkovich did. I still think that John Malkovich would play a crazy Molecule Man. Like one of the crazy, because that dude's a nutty dude. Like he plays crazy dudes really well.
Trix, how angry would you be if they made a Secret Wars without a Molecule Man in it?
I'm actually very much anticipating it. Like I really am anticipating it. I have a feeling that because of the timeline that Fantastic Four is set in, I can almost see Franklin being the Molecule Man character.
Oh no!
Because he would already be grown. You know, this is like I hate to say it, but like let's say they are time displaced, right? But before they have a kid, and they have Franklin and Valeria, right? So to me, in my head canon, this could still work in the sense that like, they were time displaced, but Franklin and Valeria weren't. They actually grew up, you know, and like are living lives or something like that. So that's why I'm saying like I can very much see Franklin being the Molecule Man character for Secret Wars. Because they're not going to be able to do Secret Wars, you know, panel for panel. page for page, like it's not gonna work.
Yeah, because if you break it down in the sense of way the was in the comics, right?
Like that.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Trix. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's already too much missing. There's already too much missing, and there's no fucking way that we're getting all of this in the next couple years.
Yeah, 2 years, I think, right? 2 to 3 years.
Yeah. So that's why I'm kind of just like, yeah, that's I don't like. I know. Like, I mean, I know this story like the back of my fucking hand, right? But at the same time, I'm also
it's a cool story, yo.
Expectations, because
let me ask you
that they can't. Yeah, they can't give me this book.
Okay, so
but they can give me something.
But Trix, even with that book, right? That book, it's a lot of dialogue. It's a lot of it's not a lot of fighting. It's not a lot of action, right? My favorite version is the 80s version, and that was a lot of fighting. I think they would do. Let me ask you, how do you feel about me saying I think they would do better for a Avengers movie if it was based more off of the 80s run? What do you think?
I can see that. I can see a Beyonder 80s version of Secret Wars and being like, well, we never told you which Secret Wars we were giving you, but like at the same time, like you've already hinted that that's kind of the route that you're going, because like you're already talking about incursions. Incursions had absolutely nothing to do with the 80s.
You're right.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And so that's why, like,
yeah, I'm cooked.
As much as I would like that, they're already, like I said, already hinting at this Secret Wars story.
But it's so boring compared to the 80s,
that's just,
bro.
like
It's
I said,
so
my
boring,
headcanon,
bro.
and only like. That's subjective, but I mean, I get it.
Well,
that's subjective.
If I can,
I love this one. Yeah, by all means, man, go for it.
If you take the Secret Wars from back in the day and you put it in the same factor as the Secret Wars now, you could still get the same format. You get the Doctor Doom who ends up creating Battle World, just like the way it was back in the day. The incursions is a thing that's different because of the fact that
Battle World was actually a battle world back then.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
A bunch of fucking fighting. It was a bunch of fighting between heroes versus villains.
Yeah.
And then villains versus villains, and then heroes versus heroes. Like, that's some cool ass fucking shit. Like,
But and that's the thing. I think we're going to get that in some format. I think we're going to get something like the Beyonder, or maybe even like the Galactus character that kind of does. Because the thing that we haven't gotten in the films yet is the Contest of Champions, right? Which is a huge storyline in the comics. And literally the Secret Wars in the 80s, the original Secret Wars, the second book, which is the one that the Hasbro one, is very much Contest of Champions, which you have what's the champion, or what's the dude from Ragnarok? What's the fucking bad guy, or what is his name?
Oh no, fuck.
You know who I'm talking about?
Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, fucking
Jeff Goldblum's character.
Yeah.
You have these characters that are out there that all are in format to that style of
Grandmaster.
An arc.
Grandmaster,
right?
Grandmaster, yeah.
So you could still have someone out there create the Contest of Champions, because we don't know how from one movie to the next Doom is going to get reality warping powers. Like, we're only looking at it like we don't even know where Doom is right now in the comics or in the films. All we know right now is the Fantastic Four, which is what we're showing right now, is going to be introduced. We don't know how they're going to play in format with Doom, or if we're ever going to get a Doom in their story. And we don't know how Robert Downey Jr. becomes Doom in the first place. So like maybe King Thanos, out of nowhere, has a chained up Owen Reese, or Franklin Richards kidnaps him at the end of the film and starts to bring all of these characters together. It would be a Thanos thing to do, where he puts them all on a planet to fight. and then RDJ Doctor Doom ends up coming out and taking the powers and stealing them, then creating the God Doom character and all this stuff. There's a bunch of different formats that we can get an amalgamation of both Secret Wars. I do think we're going to get an amalgamation of both.
That sounds cool, but you know what sounds more cooler? If you had fucking Tobey Maguire, fucking Andrew Garfield, and fucking what's the newest Peter Parker? No, fucking Tom
Holland.
Holland. Yeah, Tom Holland. Right? That's his name. Tom Holland.
Hey, go through all of them real quick. Do you hear me? Tom Hiddleston.
Tom Holland. You got Tom Holland face off against the fucking X-Men, because that's what happened in the fucking well, the one Peter Parker face off. But now you have all three of them in the MCU. So have all three of them face the X-Men just because they're battling, because they're fucking frantic in this lost fucking world. That to me is way more cooler, bro.
I mean, that's not a lie. I mean, they have so much opportunity, and we got to see that cool interaction with most of these characters in the Infinity War saga that the Russo brothers did, where we got to see like Spider-Man, Iron Man fighting the Guardians of the Galaxy, when they first meet and stuff. So like that format of getting them together, kind of battling each other because there's a misunderstanding, isn't too far-fetched from what they've already done.
So and that's comic book shit, bro.
Yeah, like, man, and they did very, very well with it. They did very well with it. So to get that opportunity where we get like a battle world, like you're saying, but then later on we get like the revolution of the characters to fight against them in Secret Wars style, like the books.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Like, and again, we've talked about it where they need the life raft because Deadpool, Wolverine, and all those characters that they brought back are going to play a major factor. They have to get to battle world somehow. You know what I mean? So them having the life raft, we need a Thanos in the Black Order and then not only that, we do get Maximus the Mad, which is one of the Inhumans, Black Bolt's brother. We do get Namor. Namor needs to make it into there somehow too. There has to be a Cyclops, a Phoenix, a Lady Thor, Jane Foster, who is in Valhalla. Like there's Thor so many things that need to happen. Yeah, the Thor core. I mean, I'm a factor for it, dude. I want to see a Thor Storm.
I was going to say the same thing. And that would be cool.
Yeah,
and also Beta Ray, right?
Beta Ray Bill.
We've been hearing so much about him. I will want to see him at some point too.
There's a lot of cool things that we know Marvel can do, and I have faith that the Russo brothers knew Secret Wars, and they're just like us. They're comic book readers, so they know all the major points they got to hit. Of course, the passing of Chadwick Boseman puts a factor where it's kind of hard to do the scene of like Black Panther coming in and controlling the undead, right? But doing it with Riri Williams, it could work. You know what I mean? If they build her character a little bit more, explain the King of the Dead kind of situation, kind of break that down. The Namor situation, it's her and Namor that are in that situation too. So, and they have history already. So, there's a lot of great things. And then not only that, what's cool is we got the breakdown from the X-Men season. People know who Mr. Sinister is. What is it? Brian Braddock's plays a huge part. Captain Britain at the beginning of Secret Wars goes into the over the wall into the undead part. Like the Marvel Zombies, which was introduced in What If. All of the major assets that are needed for Secret Wars to work are there. Like they're there. That's what makes it super fucking cool. We're so close. Like we're so close. The only thing is like a lot of the major characters have in the story have died or are old or are kind of written out of the story, and they just have to find a way, which is what I've kind of been thinking they're doing with all of this multiverse stuff where they're kind of pushing it a lot, where like you can get anything to happen now. So they just got to be careful with it because that's a slippery slope when it comes to storytelling.
Or if push comes to shove, you go back and get fucking the people that got you there. Yeah,
you get everyone.
You go get RDJ. You get RDJ. You get Chris Evans. You get all these motherfuckers that made you $1 billion and have them
and
for
you bring
one
them
more
back
round.
And make them another $1 billion.
That's it.
Yeah, that's true.
I like that
I'm
option.
really excited. D23 kind of did it for me, guys. Like it kind of reinvigorated the Star Wars hype and the Marvel hype with a lot of this stuff. I'm really excited. Like we said earlier, them going with Netflix and all that stuff really made me feel really, really good about what they're doing right now. I kind of feel like after the Deadpool film, like we talked about, I think they kind of realized like, hey, you know what, like these guys, like they did what they did, and they kind of stuck with what they do, and they did very, very well. In one movie, they did what us in a whole fucking 4 years, 5 years can do. So really excited for what's to come now. Even more excited. I'm excited to see Thunderbolts now. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't excited for that
Chris, movie. Bro, I can see it right now. Like it's painted on the wall for me to watch, bro. Like you're gonna come in here and just take the biggest shit on Thunderbolts, bro.
Thunderbolts? Nah, man. I actually like the Thunderbolts, man.
I can see it.
If they bring back Baron Zemo, dude, I'm sold.
I think you kind of have to have Zemo.
Yes,
there's too much talk about it. I think he is in this movie.
And if he comes in as what's his character? Triggs the Patriot, or what do they call him? Do you remember Baron Zemo when he wears the fucking American flag and he's got the fencing sword and the mask and shit? You know what I'm talking about or no? Here, I'll find it right now. But yeah, Triggs, what about you, man? Are you excited for Thunderbolts?
Fuck yeah.
Thunderbolts?
Yeah. Yeah,
I thought that would have been a hard sell for both of you gentlemen, to be honest with you.
No, dude. No, bro. Florence Pugh, dude. Anything Florence Pugh's in.
Oh, yeah, dude, did you guys see the picture of her? She looked amazing,
dude.
Every
that
picture
bitch don't miss, dude.
I'm gonna say every picture kind of hits, bro.
Yeah, dude. Exactly. That bitch don't miss.
She is definitely an attractive young lady.
Did you see that?
And on top of that, she's a very, very talented actress.
Yeah,
she is.
You know, David Arbor, you know, Florence Pugh, Wyatt Russell.
What was that movie?
We also supposedly there was like a first Citizen look at the Century.
Citizen V, baby.
Citizen V. Is that what the name is?
Baron Zemo, when he joins the Thunderbolts, he doesn't want to be Baron Zemo because he's like, well, I am a Hydra agent.
That's not gonna work, bro. This guy committed war crimes against America.
But that's the whole thing. It's the Suicide Squad. They do this so that way they can get less time on their shit.
Fuck that.
That's literally what it is.
I need my fucking Baron Zemo racist as hell, bro.
That's great.
Fuck out of here.
My favorite line is when he's talking about the fucking music of like Marvin Gaye and stuff, and fucking what's his face looks across and goes, he's out of line, but he's absolutely right, dude. I was like, motherfucker, dude. That's such a great line. He's like, he's out of line, but that shit's right though, man. That was funny as fuck. But yeah, this is it right here, man. This is your Thunderbolt crew. So Mockingbird, you got Citizen V, you got Atlas in the back. I don't know who the other fucking three dudes are, so don't ask me. Don't ask me. That looks like fucking this dude that was hooked up with Storm in the fucking X-Men. So
Strife.
Yes. So yeah. So Thunderbolts is pretty exciting to kind of hype for. So again, they were gonna bring in Century, so not too bad either, man. Not too bad either when it comes to the expression of what they're gonna try to do. So
supposedly there's a leak. There's already a leak of him somewhere.
The Century?
Yeah.
Century, yeah. So wait, how do you guys feel about that? I know fucking Chris, you're fucking
I'm stupid about it.
You're Century the fuck out. So let me ask you, Triggs. Sorry, I already know your answer. So Triggs, what are your thoughts about us finally getting the Century in the MCU, sir?
I don't know. I'm kind of like indifferent about it because I'm kind of just like, dude, like he's like really powerful and like even fucking halfway, you know, the Century bodies everybody like in the fucking like even Gaia or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, he's pretty OP, man.
Yeah, but I mean, they were able to make. I'm not saying Adam Warlock is as powerful as obviously, you know, this man, but I mean, they did kind of nerf, you know, Adam Warlock in the Guardians movie, so like it can work.
Yeah, that's a pretty good point. That is a pretty good point. I mean, and it wasn't even like nerfed; it was just underutilized. Because like, you know, he gets
he could have ended this movie in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, you feel it, right? Like you feel it in the very beginning. He grabs Rocket and everybody's just doing a bunch of dumb shit and he's not really getting tanked. He's just making a bunch of goofy ass mistakes and shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
So So it's very interesting the way that they were able to pull a Superman archetype that way to show that in some way like you can kind of work with him, and he makes weird goofy mistakes, but you know that dude 100% like on the serious note could probably just tear that whole place up, dude. Yeah. So yeah, the Sentry is such a complex character, and what's crazy about the Sentry too, he's very much like Kang. And what do I mean by that is a lot of people have come to this character to write interesting stories. And if they don't follow the basic format of making it like the template of that character and they try to overcomplicate it, they mess it up really bad. They mess it up extremely bad. The one that's very good is the old school one that kind of breaks down the origin story. I think it was like a war file, like the Punisher war files or whatever, of this guy, his origin, the shot, the Sentry shot that he takes, and breaks it down in that format. Other than that, in series and arcs, Triggs will probably agree with me. In Siege, he was amazing. But other than that, there really hasn't been any heavy hitting arcs.
I loved him in Siege.
Yeah, there wasn't been any other heavy hitting arcs that really utilize his character. They overdo his. World War Hulk. World War Hulk was the only other one. Like other than that, there's just been misses of all his characters.
The last one is when they had. Sorry about that. Is when they had Perfect Sentry, where all three of his personalities merge.
Yes. Yeah, that was like fucking 3 years ago, right?
Like 5 years ago. No, like 5 years ago, dude. I mean, that was
even the boy was just like, "Fuck it, bro, let's go."
Chris, let me ask you, being that you are a Sentry fan,
yes.
Are you upset that Steven Yeun didn't work out as Sentry, or are you kind of relieved that he didn't work out for Sentry? Or
no, I mean, I don't have anything against Steven Yeun doing it. There is a certain trope, or you know what I mean, like of him being like this like blonde-haired, blue-eyed icon Superman character that has a huge fucking flaw. You know what I mean? Instead of making him like the perfect thing or whatever, there was this like glass ceiling they gave him that you just look at him and you go, wow, he's cool. And then he does something fucked up and you're like, oh my God, it's Homelander all over again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's something about it when you do that to those type of characters. Steven Yeun doing it, you would just look at it and be like, well, it's Invincible. It's just Omni-Man or whatever. He's already doing it in the other show. So
Super Glenn.
Yeah, Super Glenn, pretty much. I'm happy that they went with the blonde-haired, blue-eyed dude, like, because they're gonna make that guy a piece of shit like Homelander. Like they're gonna fucking make people be like, wow, this guy's a piece of shit. I hope they kill him or he goes away. Like that's what they need. That's pretty much what the Sentry needs in the format. Yeah. And then he'll come back later. He'll save something. I'm not gonna say save someone. He's gonna save something, because it's always like some kind of weird greedy essence as to why he does it.
I just think that's a very weird pairing, having the Sentry with the Thunderbolts. I think that's a weird pairing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm here for it. I'm gonna see it. So no.
You know what? I kind of like before we go. That's a really good point. I kind of feel like this would be if the Suicide Squad had to go fight Superman like that video game.
Yeah.
Like where like Superman, something happens to Superman and they have to fight him, and it's like they look at each other and they're like, what the fuck can we do? Like, what are we supposed to do to this guy? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can see where the comedy is going to come from in that situation.
Absolutely.
And that's what I'm kind of like excited for. Really excited as to see how they're going to do this and pull this off. So, boys, what else, man, before you guys want to go, before we call it a night? Anything else you guys like to talk about? Anything else that we missed from D23 that you guys might be excited
covered everything.
Yep, pretty much. I think we covered everything. All I know is Fantastic Four looked amazing. Galactus looked cool as fuck.
Facts.
Tron Ares looks super interesting, and the soundtrack with Nine Inch Nails looks amazing as fuck. Incredibles 3. I'm really excited. Incredibles 1, Incredibles 2 also, when they bring him into that secret base and he ends up being like a secret agent and all this other stuff with the two people, like I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with that character. That to me has very much really close connections to like the way they're going to do the Fantastic Four movie. So the Skeleton Crew, really excited. Grogu, Mando and Grogu, like a lot of exciting things coming out of this. Can't wait.
I already have my tickets. Adrian in the comments.
Yep.
Alien Romulus. I already have my tickets. I'm getting like a pre-screening of that shit, so I'll see it like early Thursday.
Most stuff.
Yeah, I'm anticipating that movie. That movie should.
Did you see his comment earlier? He's like, it's funny that Brian is calling Chris the hater, and I feel like Brian.
That's how I know.
More than often.
That's how I know without you telling me that you don't watch often. Because if you would know anything, this guy Chris is like grandmaster, grand wizard hate, bro. Like this motherfucker like hates on everything, bro, and it's just
I do it.
We get the tricks thumbs up.
Yeah, he gets a double thumbs up. Yeah, I'm super bad at that shit. I don't know. It's just like,
no, yeah, dude.
I'm a big fan of the source material most of the time, and then a lot of people just let me down, man. That's all. I just want to hold them. I want to hold them accountable. I don't want them to blame the fucking community that it's our
Adrian,
fault.
this is him admitting this. Like this is him. I don't even say.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Adrian. I hate. I just hate. That's what I do, man.
And I'm so good at it. I'm
really good at it. But you know what? The boys will tell you though, even though I come in and I shit on a lot of stuff, I give it its opportunity to shine. I give it its opportunity. The Alkalite, right, Brian? Brian was like, I gave up on episode 3. Brian tells me
I was still holding on.
And I went back and I watched it, and I same thing with fucking
episode 5 was don't do that. Don't do that, Chris. Fucking episode 5 of Acolyte was fucking amazing, bro.
Period. That was that chick. What was the Scooby Velma? That was like Velma. I watched Velma. I watched Borderlands. Like these are hard watches, and I know that people say they suck, and I have to watch them. You know what I mean? But you know what? Brian will tell you, like, I don't. There'll be times where I'll be like, you know what? I'll give that a chance. I give them this.
And then I'm the one that's hating. Yeah.
Like, you know what? 100%. I think the Alkalite 2 would be an interesting story if they just got rid of the whole ass crew and behind the cameras, and they just kept all the actors. You can keep all those people and just make them work. But you gotta bring in people that actually care about it and want to tell a good story.
Yo, I went to war for fucking Secret Invasion, bro.
Oh man.
Don't tell me I'm a hater.
Yeah, no, yeah, you really like that one.
You really tried, and me and Chris were like, brother. I mean, dude, I don't know who you're trying to impress right now, but it ain't us.
Triggs, you really missed it for Acolyte, man. We even had Michael Betancourt here off of episode 7, and these guys were here like, nah, they got to stick the landing, man. And I was like, fuck, well, they didn't stick it in episode 3, man. Like,
that's how you know I was out of my mind. I'm in the same boat with fucking Michael Betancourt. I love you, Mike, but bro, he's the most optimistic motherfucker on the planet, bro. Dude.
Yeah,
I'm in the fucking
dude for real. He's our biggie, dude. He's our biggie. Like,
that's
but
Mike just wants to see the good in everything.
Yeah, behind the scenes, Mike is just laying it out, bro. He's like, yo, I can't stand this, I can't stand that. I'm like, damn, yo, they really pissed Mike off, bro.
Yeah, straight, man.
These new motherfuckers, I swear to God.
Triggs, man, I want to say thank you, man. I know you're always a busy guy, so I appreciate you being able to make it.
Yes, sir.
No problem at all, brother. I'm so glad that I could actually like come in, man.
Yeah, most
hell yeah, bro. We love this shit.
Yeah, I appreciate you. It's really good to have you guys all together here, all 3 of us. Tomorrow's my birthday, so I want to say
where the strippers at?
When the strippers at? The only stripping, weather stripping, bro.
What?
Just gonna weather strip the house and all that stuff. No, I'm just kidding. Just gonna go get a nice dinner and chill out, man. Probably take the day off from the gym and just enjoy my day, man. Turning 43, really excited. Thank you very much, Adrian. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, really excited for what comes. Another year of life. Can't go wrong. 43. Sucks that I'm getting older and I feel it in my bones, but I ain't gonna let time stop me. I'm still gonna.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah. So, really grateful for you guys to be on the show tonight. Really cool. The day before my birthday, I get both of you, the OG crew, up in the house.
Hell yeah, bro! Don't start crying. Don't start crying, bro. Don't start crying.
But yeah, boys, I want to say thank you guys. And everybody out in the comment section, I want to say thank you for tuning in with us every Sunday and supporting us. We appreciate every one of you. To all our extraordinary listeners, we hope you have a great rest of the week. Go out there, do great, kick ass at work. Get out there, fucking run some laps and do some great things. Exercise, get some fucking vitamins in you.
Run
do
some
shit.
laps.
Yeah, baby, fucking get out there and be healthy.
Training
Yeah,
camp.
train up, man. Train up. Do whatever you need. Excelsior, indeed. See, Adrian gets me. That's why I call all of our listeners extraordinary, because we're average. They're extraordinary. Excelsior. That's Stan Lee style, baby. Stan Lee, he gets it. He gets it. But I want to say thank you guys, and I appreciate you. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Check us out. Our YouTube channel is growing. We're getting views every week, and we really appreciate you. So to everybody out there that's at YouTube, we appreciate you, and we see you, man. We see you. Thank you. If you can, leave comments. Let us know what's up, and we'll join in. We'll talk about it next week. Guys, have a great week. We'll see you again here next Sunday. Average Boys Podcast, 8 p.m. Laters.